AITA for snapping at my boyfriend for bringing a man into the bedroom while I am trying to sleep? So for quick context, my boyfriend bought us a new bed frame and mattress, but the frame came with a crack in one of the pieces. When he told Amazon, they just sent him another one. One day at work an employee mentioned he was needing a new bed, so my boyfriend said he could have the one Amazon sent him if he didn't mind the broken piece. Well, he didn't, and he came to get it today. I know this person and I do not like him for various reasons. My boyfriend told me the night before he was coming to get it. I said cool, I'm not coming out of the bedroom unless I have to. He came and I vaguely heard them talking, but I was half asleep and didn't care. Then I heard my boyfriend say something about showing him our bed, and I heard him say that I was in there but it was fine. I kind of froze, half asleep and confused, until I hear them coming and I pulled the blankets over my head as my boyfriend announced coming in. I said very loudly, "Why?" And they just came in. It was hot and stuffy under the covers. Thank God I wore baggy clothes and not my usual sleepwear, so I pulled the blankets down and the guy was just standing there in the doorway and awkwardly said good morning. To which I replied very angrily good morning back and probably looked like I wanted to kill everyone there. So my boyfriend showed off the bed and started to leave, to which I snapped at him for not shutting the door behind him on his way out. I don't like leaving the door completely open because it's so awkward when his kid goes to the bathroom across the hall and we see each other when I'm trying to sleep. I just want it cracked enough my cat can get in, and he knows this. Eventually the employee leaves and my boyfriend comes in and I immediately sat up and tell him I did not like that at all. He tries saying something in a sing-song voice that may have been a half-assed apology, but I cut him off saying I really didn't fucking like that at all, and he turned around and left without a word. I shut the door completely and laid down, just sort of locked up in place. My whole body sort of just felt heavy and my chest hurt, but I couldn't cry, but that was just so humiliating to have not only a man that does not belong in my bedroom there, but also him seeing me in my safe space and absolute mess from sleeping was just horrible. Later when I got up for work my boyfriend left as soon as he knew I was moving, got his pants and left without a word. On my way out I very angrily texted him that since he decided to Irish goodbye me after hurting me that bad, I'd take the couch tonight. He didn't reply and he was asleep when I got home, so on the couch I am now. I want to know if I'm the asshole for how I reacted, because I have a feeling that's how he's going to twist it when he does, or if he does, say anything at all. Update. There's a lot of comments, more than I expected. I want to start by saying thank you all, even the ones that said I was the asshole but gave a polite reason why. This really helped me calm down. My anxiety and anger was through the roof and this really helped calm me down, distract me and clear my head. I would like to clarify here because I noticed a lot of people misreading it, but the employee was never buying anything, especially not our actual bed that I was sleeping on. He was picking up a free spare bed frame because Amazon is kinda weird in how they fix things apparently. I really have no idea why or how they ended up in the bedroom. I will eventually find out and that will be in the update. Which I will update the post with an update when I have one. I tried to be as polite as possible in my replies, but a few times my temper did flare a bit. I apologize for that. I admittedly haven't slept since all this happened, so I'm pretty impressed I can spell still, haha. I'd like to especially thank the men that apologized for what I dealt with how the world is going about. That was really wonderful to see. And thank you to every woman that defended me and lifted me up. Your aggression was honestly sweet as fuck. I genuinely appreciate your kindness. When the time comes I'm going to let him explain himself, listen and explain myself as well. I will apologize for snapping only if he actually shows remorse what he did and understands how wrong it was. If he makes excuses I'm not going to meet in the middle. I know a lot of you were mad about sleeping on the couch. I did no sleeping at all of course, but when we've clashed before he almost always takes the couch, so I don't see it as unreasonable, but I get where you are coming from. That's the goal. And yes, I am reevaluating my relationship with him even before I hear him out. I'm not going to act rashly. It's really impossible to explain a 3-year relationship in one post, and I know everyone wants to hear every detail, but not every detail is meant for strangers. No offense, I love all the advice and support you've given me. But I am considering leaving him, and I do have a plan if it comes to that. I always have in all honesty. But I really need to close my eyes right now, especially now that my chest doesn't hurt. Thank you dearly once again. I'll post the update when I have one and I'll try to reply to people, because I always feel like I should when you put in the time to try and help me. Thank you. Update 2. I broke up with him. When he finally admitted he brought him in there to see the bed. He basically said all my reasoning for not being okay with it is stupid, that I was dressed and under a cover and it was fine. He said basically everything that everyone said in the comments, and refused to see any wrong in his actions besides one brief admittance that he could see how I was uncomfortable, but in the same breath said he couldn't imagine how I'd feel violated and thus wouldn't validate my feelings. So I broke up with him, despite probably should have waiting until I was not at the end of the month and could more comfortably find a place to live. I'm fine, he just went off into the other room and laid down on the couch. I'm not concerned for my safety yet, but if I become so I'll be able to stay with a friend. I can afford to move once I find a place, it just takes time. No, I won't take the couch, haha. It was a long conversation of me desperately trying to get him to understand all this took was just admitting he was wrong and just apologizing. I couldn't get that much. Looks like I didn't know him after all.